So one of the other kind of topics that I wanted to chat about is, typically kind of like when you're investing, I would say like at the kind of Series A stage, what some of the maybe like some of the kind of metrics that you look for are. And I actually kind of want to use that as a chance to kind of bring up one of your previous posts as far as a happy GMV. A lot of times it's, founders in the community, we're just thinking about, GMV and, I know you've mentioned that it can be somewhat of a vanity metric. So I would love to, just kind of, I guess, walk through that post a little bit more and then maybe discuss some of the other kind of metrics that you look for as well.
Yeah, I actually am working on a new blog post to talk about this a little bit more, which is like, I feel like there's like these two poles, which is like good growth versus bad growth. Maybe it's not good growth versus bad growth, but there's something like that where there's a real important tension that every company should feel, which is like how, you're trying to grow quickly, but you don't want to go too much towards the bad growth side of the spectrum in order to grow quickly. And what I mean by that is like, and you guys, now I'm going to be preaching to the choir, I'm sure, or repeating things that you all already know, but like easiest way, let's take Postmates. Easiest way to grow delivery product was to launch in big cities across a lot of categories and just like spend, grow. And that to me is on the bad growth spectrum, which is like you are short-term chasing something that's like this GMV number, which makes you feel good as it goes up. And that's why the risk of GMV is that it's a vanity metric. But without really figuring out, what's the goal, which is dominance, and working backwards from there. Right. And so if you're not starting with dominance, working backwards from there, you're the easiest path to growing GMV is going to be working against dominance. It's going to be spreading yourself too thin, mile wide, inch deep. So when I look at companies, I care a lot about, are they focused on, the dominance, work backwards from there. And all the time I see founders and I feel like they're just hitting $100 million of GMV, annualized GMV, and they're in like, they have let's call it we're 4 different cities. Oh, well, we thought investors would want to see that the product works in these other cities. Like, to me, it's a little bit like I have this visual in my mind of like, you want to get up to the mountain and you're going like, what I need to do to show a Series A investor, what I need to do to show a Series B investor, what I need to do is C, and like kind of that thinking as opposed to like get here and work backwards from there. And you guys know the answer, like, so then you're looking at like in the, focus, like how to go to dominance. And then obviously, you're seeing the ramp, you're seeing how that acquisition happens, and you're looking at cohorts to know like how sticky this is.